For the last few months, I have really been increasing how much Geoguessr I've played. It used to be for a long time that I would do like 1 hour every couple of weeks, and that was just when I was recording with Zigzag. However, these days, I've really been putting quite a bit more time to it and recording a lot more Geoguessr content, mainly because me and Zigzag now have a joint channel, and he's been teaching me stuff like bollards over there. So today, I wanted to do a solo Geoguessr with no moving, which is something I'm still very new to. I am very much used to really scouting about and desperately looking for a domain name or something. So these are all handpicked locations where you could technically get 5,000 points. I'm not really going to be aiming for that. As long as I can get the correct country, I'll be pretty happy. All right, here we are. Here's our first one. Okay. So Armenia is not a country that I know anything about. However, since it literally says Armenia on the coverage, I think I'm just going to lock in Armenia and then go to the next one. All right, let's go. Well, should we do any kind of knowledge? So there is water over to the west. So maybe we'll go on this road somewhere. Maybe like there. What do you think? Maybe there is actually enough info here to get something a bit more accurate. We have a curving in the north. Ooh, hang on. Oh, I've gone on the wrong side. That's the east, not the west. Okay. But wait, it's landlocked. And that does look like the sea, if I'm trusting that. So I guess maybe I need to go over on this side then, right? Obviously, this lake's going to be absolutely massive. So yeah, maybe we'll go about here. Can we see a hotel out of interest? No, we can't. I'm going to lock it in. Let's see how close we are. Nice. That's 3.7 miles away. Okay, we used our brains there. Something that's still pretty new to me in Geoguessr. Next location. Right, Price, Mapleton, Springville. Okay, Mapleton, Springville. We've got a nice wind farm. We've got yellow road lines. So this is looking like the US to me, I would think. I need to actually start reading the signs. People shout at me. So on the day this video comes out, I'm actually in Copenhagen for the Geoguessr World Cup. I bought tickets for it last minute because I found out that Oscar was going. I thought this is actually such a good opportunity to meet Oscar in person. And I know that half the sidemen are going to, and obviously these days I'm best friends with them as well. So there'll definitely be some pictures, but maybe there'll even be a little vlog. Anyway, are we just going with the US somewhere? Do we have any little bollards? Because I do know some US bollards these days. We've got some poles there. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting too much, but I think this is a US sign. It might not be. The sun's south, so yeah, northern hemisphere sounds okay. Do we not have any clues for a state? It'd be really nice to get some state clues. It does in the distance say 89 and 6, so that's all we've really got. Let's have a zoom in and look for... There's 35. It's never really a great shout looking for these numbers because some of them spread like across the entire country. But when I personally don't have much else to go on, I'm gonna have a look. Okay, I have found 6, so if we find 89 as well, that makes me feel a little bit better. On the off chance, I guess I should try and find Springville or Mapleton, right? In theory, I could just follow the 6 all the way along in the hopes that we find Sheffield. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this is probably a bit silly, but, you know, we're not in any rush today. We'll just follow it along and we'll look for Sweden. Wow, these are some obscure place names. Come on, let's get really lucky. Let's find Springville or Mapleton. That would just be amazing. See, look, it goes on so long. Oh my god, we found Springville. Okay, what was the number in the distance? 89. So this is actually a really good sign, right? Obviously, there might be more than one Springville. We don't see an 89 either. We've got 81, but the number's blue, so I think it's the white numbers I'm looking for. I don't know. I'm not after... Maybe I do want to really try here. Quite happy to have found Springville. Lemon. Oh, I wish I lived in Lemon. Yeah, I can't find what I'm after. So we're just going to go on the 6 and we're going to click Springville. And hopefully we got lucky there. Let's see. We did not get lucky. This is what I'm saying about about the roads not being very helpful to look at. But I think I did get quite unlucky that there was a Springville along the road 6 over on the other side of the country. But there was probably definitely a bunch of clues I missed there. Okay, no problem. Let's go again. Ooh. So, we've got a big old truck. You normally see these in kind of slightly less safe places where they kind of whack out the big guns. And we have airport. Okay. We have the ocean. Okay. And now we've been followed by security. I think in Nigeria, you're followed by a police vehicle. We know it's not Ghana because we don't have the Ghana black tape. We do have quite a few black people in this area, and we are by the sea. Would that be French, do you think? Which would put us in Senegal, right? Which way is the sea facing? It's over in the southwest. So let's just see. There's got to be an airport around Dakar, right? I can't actually see one, to be fair. Is it this? Airport. Ooh, okay. It is written the same way. This looks like a good sign, actually. So if we face north, that means where would we want to be? The water's over this side, with a little bit sticking out there. Maybe around here? We got any other clues? We got a roundabout. Do we happen to find a roundabout? There is one there. Maybe I'll just go for that, you know. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, not the correct roundabout, but 1,600 yards away. That's pretty good for no moving. We're doing quite well here. I'm disappointed about that US guess. Okay, we got kilometers. We got poor quality camera. We got yellow road lines. And we have Brazil written right there. I was going to say that this dirt's feeling a little bit Brazilian as well. All right, got a big road number as well. So, I'm going to zoom towards Brasilia because I'm trying to work out why else we'd see a sign that actually said Brazil in Brazil. And I'm going to see if we can find the 323. So, let's see. Okay, at this stage, I do not see a 323. This place is really far away, and it is still listed on the sign. So, it must be quite a big place. Curitiba. Let's try and find Curitiba. How far should I zoom out? Maybe this distance? And we'll check each of the major areas of Brazil. Let's just have a look at the car, see if there's any clues. Anything obvious? No, and there isn't really any signs or bollards or anything. Have Brazil. Why would it say that? It's weird, that, isn't it? I don't really trust it. I'm worried that it isn't Brazil because of this shape is different to the shape of these numbers, but maybe that's just me being a bit dumb. What's the place called? Curitiba. 500 kilometers away is far. Like, why is that listed? Curitiba. So we are 500 kilometers from this place. Excellent. Well, at least we know it's definitely Brazil. Now we found Curitiba. Can we find Maringa? Yes, we can. Okay. And now we found Maringa. Can we find Tapayara? So there's Maringa. Come on, Tapayara. Maybe we zoom in a little bit more for Tapayara. 100 kilometers away from this area. And what's the number? 323. I mean, I'll have a look for 323 while I'm here. How far is 100 kilometers? It's a little bit difficult to get the sense of scale, but maybe it's over this way with Curitiba being that way. Maybe? Sadly, I can't see it. I was feeling quite good, but I can't get any closer than Maratinga, which is 100 kilometers away. Which distance do I want to go? Like, why is Brasilia not listed? Is that because we're in it? Any other clues that I'm missing? These could be places, but they might be some kind of instruction. I think I'm going to just move on because I can't find it. So we did manage to find Curitiba. Do you think it's further south? It's probably not that way because we got Curitiba there and we got Maringa here. So I think I need to be north of those places, but I don't know. Should we just go there? Hope for the best. Does that look about 100 kilometers away? Yeah, maybe. Let's see it. Okay, wait, how close are they to Maringa? Pretty close. So I should have just stuck there and it would have been a nice guess. Okay, that's a good lesson learned. Went too far, but still not too bad, considering we are no moving. Next up, ooh, Luxembourg. All right, so are we in Luxembourg right now? See, when you get these sort of hand-picked no moving, you end up in more obscure locations. And I think that just says Luxembourg. So does that mean that we are not in Luxembourg and we're actually, you know, somewhere like France, maybe? Let's zoom in and let's see if we can work out what's going on. See if we can look at the numbers and see what lines up. So, Luxembourg, 22 kilometers away, I'm guessing, and we've got the number 12 in red. So, do we see any of them? We do. We got like 8s, and we got lots of 12s. Okay. I think we stick with Luxembourg here, right? Wiltz. Can we find Wiltz? Because, obviously, the capital of Luxembourg is Luxembourg. So, there's Wiltz. Okay. So, Wiltz is 34 kilometers away, which is there, and Luxembourg is 22. So, we are closer to Luxembourg. Right. Let's see if we can find Seoul. Yeah, we found Seoul, which is 1 kilometer away. Oh, we're going to have to try for a 5k. This is going to take me a right faff on. Beckerik, 24. Where's Beckerik? So, where's the road 24 as well? It's here. Okay. So, I guess it would make sense for me to be there. Where's Beckerik, though? We've not found that. It's 9 kilometers away. It's this way. Okay. That's fine, then. So, we could be where I've clicked, really. I mean, Are we on a... No, we're not on a roundabout. I take that back, but we're very near to where I've clicked. We are, like, all over it right now. We might be a bit further down. Maybe, like, somewhere around here. What do we have? We've got a bus stop. Kalmus and Kapvia. They're very close as well, so let's try and find them. There's Kapvia, and there's Kalmus. Oh, we are all over it right now. Are we going to be, like, here, do you think? Yeah, we are on the 12. We might be here. It could be that house. And then is there another one further up? There is. And we are facing north. I think I've just found it, you know. Is there a lake behind us? Yeah, there is. We've got it. Okay, we're going to go right there, baby. Lock it in. Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't even worry about it. All right, what did we score? We scored 19,000, which on a no moving, pretty good. I mean, we were bang on there. Our proudest moment. Pretty close there. Oh, yeah, we did actually line it up as well. Well, I got pretty lucky on Senegal. You know, I was just up the road, and then we did give up on Brazil. Lost a few points there, but we were still close. I learnt my lesson as well to just stick close to that place. And then it was the USA one in round 2 that let us down, which is sad. But I did get unlucky with the Springville. There was a double Springville on the same road. I am very happy with that, though. Let's play again. Obviously, these are hand-picked locations, but we still worked out some nice clues. So, we got some mountains. Okay. That sign looking quite reminiscent of the signs you see in the US, but I'm not sure that we are necessarily in the US right now. Yeah, this is a very different feel. Do I recognize that language? I think that would be Spanish, maybe. What we got over here? Oh, I can't read that. Let's look at the plates. We got a red rear plate, which I know would be a dead giveaway for people, but I don't know what that means. And the sun is hard to find here, so we might just have to ignore it, but I think it's in the west anyway, I think. This is a little bit tricky for me right now. Buenville. I think that means like something like welcome. They've got a cool statue. Like, what even is that? A dinosaur? It's got US, Mexico feel to it in terms of like some of the cars, the plates. It kind of doesn't though, does it? Like, look at those mountains and stuff. That feels more European, but I don't think we're in Europe. Let's look for this kind of number 9 in Mexico. So it's a somewhat similar shape. And then if we go into the United States, yeah, it's the same type of thing. It's a weird one though. I don't really know. I kind of just want to pretend this one didn't happen and edit it out. Red number plate. Don't know what to do with that. They're quite European looking vehicles as well, even though the plates don't necessarily look European. We kind of have a yellow line there. Over this side, they look a lot more US. Right, I don't know. I think it's going to be somewhere unusual, like Central Europe. It's not Guatemala because we don't have the holes on the car. Do we go something like Puerto Rico? Or, yeah. I mean, that's a wild guess. But it's just, I just don't know what else to do. Which way's the sea? May as well try and line it up. We've got big mountains there. Do they have big mountains like that in Puerto Rico? They might. You never know. The sea's in the north, but then there's nothing above it. Oh, God, this is not right. Do I bail out of that guess? I think we definitely bail out of that guess because it's not right. Pretty big giveaway. And it's just, like, look at the weather. It's, like, European feeling with the weather. But, you know, maybe, who knows what kind of time of year it was caught on. I might just have to go with it because I don't know anything else. And I know it's obviously not right, but maybe it'll be somewhere near. Let's see, shall we? Whoa, where even is that? So that's the bottom of Chile. Okay. Not a good one, that. Not a good one at all. But still interesting to see. Right, yeah, I think that was a particularly difficult one, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe a lot of people could have got that. I have never been that far south in Chile. All right, let's play the next one. It's all up from here. So, we have white roads. Let's check the car, first of all. A little sneaky fella poking out. Tiny little pole on that side. And then we've got... Ooh. We have a lot of black people over there. No clues on the car. Yeah, this does seem like Africa with these kind of place names. We've got white lines. They're driving on the left as well, so that's UK influence. Once again, this is somewhere that I am not familiar with. I have not really had rounds like this before. I'm going to zoom in on South Africa to begin with and see if we can find sort of, you know, MRs, place, road names, that kind of thing. So let's see. Do we have any MRs? We have Rs, so this isn't feeling quite right. Where else could we go instead? Let's go Kenya, and let's look for some MRs. Give us some MRs. Any MRs? We've got some Cs. No. Once again, not really catching the right vibes. Okay. Uganda. It has been Uganda in the past. No. Okay. Well, we know it's not Ghana, because we don't have any Ghana black tape. So I guess we try Nigeria. Any MRs? Any MRs for us? We got lots of A's. No. Driving on the left as well. So I need to remember that, because I always forget it. That takes us back to area. I mean, Mozambique isn't covered, but maybe it's it's not a photosphere, is it? So we can discount Mozambique. Is Tanzania covered? I actually don't know. I can't find roads in Tanzania. That's my main issue that I'm having, so that I might discount that one. I'm back in Kenya, you know. I'm just having another double check for some MR motorway type places, and it's not happening. Oh, I've just zoomed in on Eswatini, and I found some MRs. Okay, that feels right. Yeah, I think this is Eswatini terrain. Okay. MR1, Pigs Peak, and MR3. All right, there's MR3, Eswatini. Can we find Pigs Peak? I don't know if that's a big place or a small place. Oh, we've actually found Pigs Peak. Okay, we've worked it out. We have worked it out. Pigs Peak, MR1. Doesn't say how far away it is. The MR3 is 4 somethings away, though. Which way is the MR3? I actually can't see the MR3. What else do we have? We got Motjen West. I could just guess here. I'm fancying a little look about. There's just not that much labeled. Like, look at all this that I'm looking around and I'm not finding anything. Like, this place is the nearest other place to Pigs Peak, and it's not on this sign, which is a bit odd. So I think I'm gonna go for it. We got a road there over the top of another road. Let's do a bit of wiggly windy road. Pigs Peak is this way. So we'll go down from Pigs Peak. Yeah, around here. So it could be somewhere like that. I think it's probably down here, you know. It might be that, or somewhere near it. That's quite a distinct road, you know. Oh, we must be close. I'm just gonna guess there. That's actually quite far there. 19 miles. Quite far down. Yeah, not very much named. There's these places that I was looking for. Should have explored a bit further. It felt very far away to be going all the way down here when it said Pigs Peak without a number next to it. But that's still pretty good. 19 miles, Eswatini guess. We've picked things back up. Let's move into round number 3 here. So this is looking European at the moment, but definitely could be South American, actually. I think I'm going to switch from Europe. I think I'm going to go to South America. We're now seeing these plates. Ooh, we got some flags, but I don't recognize them, so that's really annoying. That flag kind of looks like the flag of Nauru, so that's throwing me off. If this is Nauru, I'm in big trouble. Ooh, that says Montevideo. Okay, so we know we're in Uruguay. Montevideo, right there. Part of me wants to just click it, but let's look for some other clues. Ooh, yeah, there's our Uruguay flag that I did miss. But fortunately, we don't need it. So that says Manila. Does that happen to be a place? Do we see in Manila? No, it is by the coast, though. So any signs of a coast? Not really, to be fair. There could be coast over there, but it's hard to really tell. Yeah, that might be coast on the other side. Not too many clues. So that might say, like, Montevideo Port, maybe. So where are we facing? We're facing north, which would mean the sea would be... Yeah, let's not think that we're on the sea. I don't see any road signs. I can't really read any words. There's like a monument there to something that begins with H-E-R. So maybe we can find a monument, you know, like one of these. We're having a quick look while we're here. It's quite a big straight road that is not north. So it's more at an angle. So it could be like here. Okay, I wouldn't mind that. There's a monument, but it's a different one. There's no sign of green space behind us, though. So I don't think we've got this one correct, but I'm hoping we're not too far away. Shall I go for it? Let's go for it. Okay, so we are on... No, we're not on the same road, but we did get the angle, and there is ocean in front of us. Yeah, okay, I should have trusted that instinct, really, shouldn't I? But still, 3 miles away. I like to always zoom out really far, and then my guess just looks amazing. That's quite good still, so let's do around 4 of 5. Ooh, Worcester Street Cookhouse Craddock. Right, okay. Ooh, got a police car. I don't think this is Nigeria, is it? No. We're possibly being followed by a police car. When we look at the people, it's got more of a Latin America vibe, I think. But honestly, I'm not totally sure on that. Ooh, that's a South African flag right there. Somerset East. All right, I'm getting a different vibe now that I'm seeing everybody in the lights. So yeah, we know that we are in South Africa now. We're somewhere with big, nice mountains, and then it's flat at the bottom of them. What do we want to look for? Preston? Yeah, let's have a look. And let's look for R63 as well. Not seeing any R63. Let's go to somewhere like Cape Town. We've got an R there, but it is is very far away. Like, could we be on the outside of it, you know? Because obviously there is nice big mountains around Cape Town. I don't think that's where we are, though. It might not be a bad guess. Let's go to some other sort of bigger areas. R75. Okay. East London. Yeah, let's do it. East London. R72. What do I want to be looking for? Do I want to be looking for the number, or do I want to be looking for Pearston? It doesn't feel like Johannesburg. It feels like somewhere smaller than that, right? Let's look from this distance. Ooh, hold on. I just remembered it says Worcester Street, and I've just seen a Worcester here. But it's Worcester Street, so not necessarily Worcester. But, you know, maybe that does bring us back to Cape Town. So these mountains are in the north of us. We could be, like, somewhere down here, maybe. We could be, like, in the area that I'm looking. I may just go for Worcester, to be honest. Is there a Worcester Street within Worcester? This street looks like the right kind of place. You know, we got all these mountains above it. Can we see a Pearston from this distance? Let's zoom out a bit. Sadly, we could not. And we also can't see the R73, but I think I'm going to go for it. I have a feeling we might be in the wrong town, but I think we'll still get an okay score. So let's see it. Yeah, we were actually back. Oh, there's a second Worcester. Oh, no, wait. That's where I guessed. We were over this way. That's what? That was a tough one. I know lots of people could have got that, but that really is just, you know, no major city. That was tough. We still got the country. I'll take it. And the last one of the video is looking like we may be in Brazil again with this kind of red dirt, but it could also be another Africa. I don't think we have these kind of yellow roads in Africa. We've got a snorkel. The snorkel's really famous. Oscar was telling me about the snorkel recently. I think the snorkel is African. Oh, God. I hate this. Made for me. Well, that's nice. Oh, Kenya. Is it a Kenyan snorkel? This dirt, suspiciously red. But I think, actually, Kenya and Brazil, I think they're both known for their red dirt, actually, aren't they? Okay, we are in Kenya, which we have now learned. Two Oceans Hotel. Does that suggest we are near an ocean? Well, I guess we should look on this side, maybe. Panless Resort. Sure. So it is somewhere that is trying to have some kind of tourist stuff, because you can, like, book things, and there's resorts and hotels. We've got nice large mountains behind us on each side. We don't really have any place names that I can see. Kenya Revenue Authority. Why would it say that? Obviously, Mombasa is over on the coast, but this doesn't really feel like we're on the coast, to be honest. I just saw the Oceans Hotel thing. Surely we're not far from the coast, right? Gem Roma Gateway Bar. Let's look for a Gem Roma. We don't have any, like, road numbers or anything to look at, so there's quite little to go on this time. I'm having a quick look along the coast for a Gem Roma, because you never know, we could get really lucky. Doesn't look like we're gonna get really lucky. Okay, we're gonna have to just guess this one. Oh, it's a large country. Okay, we're gonna go slightly towards coast. I mean, I want somewhere that's got more mountains. Maybe that means I should go inwards. Yeah, I'm aboard on the coast. I can't base it off the Two Ocean Hotel when it just looks nothing like a coast. And also, it's pretty red. You know, there is some foliage over there. It's dry looking, isn't it, rather than green looking? Oh, I don't know. Should we just go... Should we go there? Is that a terrible guess? It might well be. At least we'll have Kenya. Let's see it. It was further down. So not really near the coast, but it was near Mombasa, which I was looking over here. So what clues do we have? None. It doesn't say the gem place at all. That was so tough. But we got 270 miles away. Not bad. So that was 16,000. Not as good as the first one, but I got quite a few good guesses there. Game 1, we showed some potential. Game 2, a little bit dodgy, but still a big improvement from a few months ago. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Thought it would be good to document what level I'm currently at, because I have a feeling in a few months I might have improved quite significantly. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please join me for this Geoguessr journey, and I will see you later.